Imagine you've been in the crypto market for a long time and you've worked really hard to make the most money you've ever had in your life. A small bucket of gold made a good amount of cash. Well, what happens? One day, hacker comes along and wipes out all your assets overnight. In the crypto world, things like this happen all the time. The bad guys are getting sneak IER with their tricks. Honestly, I really hope I don't see your response one day saying, "Hey Gito, I've been hacked. What should I do?" In this video, I'm gonna share the most common crypto hacking tactics for 2024. You know what's interesting? A lot of the most common hacker attacks are actually pretty simple and don't even involve coding at all. So, how do we avoid these issues? As a developer who's working with blockchain tech every day, I'll share some practical tips based on my own experience. Hi, crypto isn't just for programmers. I'm Jita. On this channel, I'll help you go from a beginner to a Web3 professional. If you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to give me a like. If you want to stay in the Web3 market long term, the best way is to improve your skills and become a Web3 app developer. Head over to our homepage. I'll guide you step by step. Let's talk about social engineering. A lot of the time when the project gets hacked, it's not really the code that's the issue. Instead, social engineering issues have popped up that some people are keeping an eye on. So, what's social engineering? It's all about messing with people's minds in the realm of information security. Getting someone to take action or leak confidential information is different from social engineering and social sciences. This is more about trust scams aimed at gathering information, committing fraud, or breaking into systems. Pay attention to a few key phrases: manipulating psychology and gaining trust. Let me give you an example. I saw on social media that this celebrity MB app was saying he's about to drop a meme release in 5 minutes. Here's an address for you. Honestly, these days, a lot of celebrities are selling their own NFTs in the Web3 market. Some even have their own memes. For someone experienced like you, it probably feels pretty normal. But when you dive in, a liquidity suddenly dries up. You just get hit with a "sorry about that. We just got hacked," which is pretty common. But there's another kind where they specifically target people in certain industries to pull off social engineering attacks. For example, I run a social media channel. I often get approached by wallet manufacturers, platforms, or various brands asking me to try their products or send me their presentation. Honestly, I'm really scared to open it. Once you do, the Trojan can just sneak right into your computer, and all the passwords and saved info on my laptop are at risk. Hackers just browse around like it's their own computer. I'm not really comfortable using hardware wallets either, not because they're not safe, but I worry that the place I bought it from might be selling used ones. Or maybe it's been modified. The private keys in your wallet are basically fixed. These they generate for you randomly aren't really random at all. I'd rather trust made mouse. But if you're on Solana and using Phantom, those are the wallets I use the most. Since we're talking about wallets, let me elaborate a bit. I want to ask everyone a question. Where do you all keep your tokens? Drop a comment and let me know. I bet most of you are storing them on centralized platforms. I used to be just like you, liking to keep my crypto on exchanges. But after the FTX collapse, there's no way I do that now. I only keep my stuff in my own crypto wallet. The upside is, as long as you store things the right way, I'm not even worried about hackers or platform issues. But for some friends who aren't very tech savvy or are new to this, it's a different story. The most dangerous factor might be yourself. If you can't even tell the difference between your private key and your recovery phrase, thinking you've got your password down is a big mistake. Even if you can recover your assets by uninstalling and reinstalling the wallet, you should definitely learn some related tech and concepts. It will be really beneficial for you. Basic question: basically, if you've got the recovery phrase, you can create a ton of wallet addresses, even countless ones. So having that recovery phrase is super important. You can definitely recover all the addresses you create. But if you only have the private key for one specific address, you can only get back the assets for that address. So, a recovery phrase is one to many, while a private key is one to one. A lot of people handle their seed phrases the wrong way. Some will take a picture and save it on their phone. But that's really risky because those photos can get automatically uploaded to the cloud. Hackers could target cloud services to get your recovery phrase and steal your assets. So definitely don't take a picture of your recovery phrase or store it on your computer, a cloud drive, or any other sketchy places. Like we often mention in other bloggers' videos, you really shouldn't interact with random DApps. Honestly, any DApp you come across for the first time can be risky. I get that you might not really understand DApps or DeFi, but that doesn't mean you just ignore them. It's not fair to say that either. We should definitely think about separating our assets. I can keep my big money in a cold wallet, using a handwritten recovery phrase for an address. This wallet is set up on a phone that's not connected to the internet, just for me. So this phone is basically like a wallet. You can keep your big money in certain places, stash some smaller amounts here and there. Plus, like using a mate mask, you can set up a few extra accounts too. Some websites ask you to sign in as soon as you open them. Honestly, doesn't mean they're definitely dangerous, but the risk level is pretty high, approximately 80%. You really want to interact with them anyway. You just need to use an empty wallet to sign up first. Take a look at the site, then decide what to do next. If you want to learn about developing on the Solana chain and their EVM chain, make sure to follow our channel for more related content. If you'd like to join our community, you can visit our website, where you'll find a link to join our Discord server. See you there.